Hollis, Wright & Clay, PC. It is road trip season, and the more time you spend on the road, the more you increase your chances of unexpected interactions with other drivers, including those car wrecks. Attorney Craig Shirley with Hollis, Wright & Clay joins me now to give you some insight on how to navigate the weeks ahead. Craig, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good morning.
Certainly. We were just talking about this. I mean, over July 4th weekend, I was traveling with my family. I avoided I-65 like the plague as much as I could, but we know those trouble spots, and sometimes you can't avoid the heavy traffic. You can't avoid being with a whole bunch of drivers who may not be paying attention.
Yeah. I mean, the travel this time of year there's just a lot of cars on the road. There's a lot of people driving, and in our lives today, there's just a lot of distractions, right? There's a lot of people that are driving. You have your cell phone, either talking, texting, looking at social media, and you know, we have these events and parties where people are drinking and driving, and then they're coming back from those events and drowsy while driving and falling asleep. There's just a whole gamut of issues when you have that many people on the road, that many distractions, that these car accidents are inevitable. And you know, that's what we do. We're here to help those folks that are injured in those collisions, and so it's a way of life, unfortunately. But the more you're on top of things and you're not distracted, the better your chances are of making it home safe.
Absolutely. You don't want to be part of the problem, and you got to watch out for, again, what these drivers are doing out there. It's what, every 3 minutes a car wreck is reported?
That's what they're saying. Yeah. It's a lot. We see it all the time.
Absolutely. So what should somebody do, you know, if it does happen? Obviously you want to take steps to prevent that, but if it does happen, what are some of the first things that a driver needs to do?
Yeah, first and foremost, you know, make sure that you're okay, that your passengers, your family members are okay, and then at that point, it's all about, you know, documenting what happened, because you want to call 911, get the police there, get EMS, the emergency medical services and personnel there if there are injuries, and you want to start taking pictures and exchanging driver insurance information with the other driver. You want to talk to witnesses if there were some, to get contact info and their name, and because you just can't have enough documentation, because ultimately, if you are injured or if it's just a property damage claim, you're going to be dealing with large insurance companies on the back end, and calling an attorney and helping, you know, us being there to help you navigate those waters is critical, because those companies they have their own tricks and their own games that they play to protect their money, their insureds. And so those are the basic foundational things about gathering the evidence, because when you present that claim, you're going to want it later.
Certainly. What if the at-fault driver doesn't have insurance?
Well, that's a great question. They're required to under Alabama law, but I think, again, the statistics are showing that 20% of drivers do not have liability insurance. And so in that instance, it's even more important, I would say, and I tell anybody that will listen, that you have to have insurance on your own vehicle, what's called uninsured motorist coverage. So if you are involved in a collision and somebody else causes your injuries, you're not left out to dry. You can make a claim on your own policy and be protected under your own insurance in the event that someone is not following the law, hits you, and causes you injuries.
That's good to know. Now, what about accidents when a commercial vehicle is involved?
Oh, I mean, it's all the same foundational principles. When you're dealing with those large trucks, I mean, they're massive, they're dangerous. Those drivers are distracted as well, but the difference is for a commercial driver, they have to have certain driver's license. They have to go through certain tests and rules and regulations they have to follow. So contacting an attorney and navigating those complex waters is even more important. But it starts with the foundation of creating the documentation, getting the police out there, getting a report, and then going from there.
Some good information to remember this time of year and beyond. How can people contact your firm if something like this does happen, and what is that process like?
Yeah, I mean, we offer free consultation. So if you have a legal question or legal issue, you have been involved in a car accident, call our office at 205-324-3600. We can also be reached at 844-LAW-TALK. We're across all social medias, so check out our Instagram, TikTok. I've just learned that we have it up and running. So you can find us anywhere you want to find us. Like I said, the consultation's free. It's not going to cost you a dime. So call us, ask the questions, and we'll give you the answers.
Craig, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
My pleasure.